what we call indie wrestling is like you have big wrestling like WWE, big company.
Sure, of course.
Like indie wrestling is like other like small groups, small league.
Yeah.
But Japan is more like professional because professional wrestling in there is a very big deal.
Japan
So
has
like,
a big wrestling following for sure. Yeah. Okay.
They train very hard. They have their style, which called strong style. And,
Okay.
The old time Taiwan, because before WWE being showed in Taiwan, there's another channel called Z channel. They showing very much just old school Japan wrestling. So the time all the Taiwanese wrestler they are basically watching the old Japan wrestling.
Yeah.
So they get inspired by Japan wrestling style more than WWE.
Okay.
And also the first ever professional wrestling coach who come here to Taiwan is a Japanese.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you think that the Japanese wrestling influenced Taiwan more than other countries? Okay.
Yeah, other countries, and we got more similar style even to crowd.
Okay.
Like wrestler, because like Japan's crowd is more silence.
Yes.
Yeah,
oh my gosh,
they're more like silence and intense, but Americans like shouting.
Yeah, I have a story about that. I actually a few years ago I went to watch a UFC in Tokyo. And so I went. It was me and my three American buddies, right? And I love UFC, so we got really good tickets. And when people come out, you know, all the Japanese are clapping and they're, you know, everything's really cool. And then when the fight starts, you know, fight, it's just like
pure silence.
Nobody's talking, except for my American buddies who are just like screaming, pussy, just screaming, and everybody's looking at us. I'm like, guys, come on! But it was very, for me, because I'm from Canada and I have lots of American and so friends from everywhere, and the sporting events are very loud where I come from. Mexico's crazy. Mexico is like that's where my family's from. Is super loud, super crazy. So when we went to Japan, it was very like so quiet, and I thought, oh my gosh, wow.
It's so different in
very different.
Mexico and Japan, because like
very different. Yeah, Mexico has big wrestling. Yeah.
Their wrestling style, the crowds always bring the air horn in.
Yes.
Stuff like,
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, Mexico. Actually, wrestling is very popular.
Yeah.
A friend of mine brought my mask for me the other day. The Santo man from Mexico. Yeah. So Mexico has a really big wrestling fan base, and I love it. You know, I was really surprised with Japan because Japan was like so. It was beautiful. I love Japan. Food, people, everything's good. It was so quiet. I was kind of like, wow. Beside me, there's a Brazilian guy. And also in Brazil, they're very loud too. So he was just like yelling, and then he just kind of all of us just kind of until my friends got very drunk, and then they're screaming and loud, and I'm like, guys, take it easy, man, come on. So it was good wrestling, the UFC and live sports, and that's good. It's very good. It's lots of fun, man. How are the crowds in China? You said you got a chance to go in China,
yeah.
So how's the crowd? Is it different from here? Different from Japan?
It's very, very different because you see in Taiwan, even though we have not that much crowd, but basically everybody knows wrestling. Like, they know how wrestling works. They know what's wrestling, how to watch wrestling. But in China, it's different because what they doing is they put shows in like a mall, big mall, so everybody will walk past.
Oh, really?
Show.
Wow. Okay.
There's a stadium called Great Wall. It's a very cool like museum.
Okay.
So everybody paid to see the museum, but also see the wrestling.
Whoa.
So the crowd was.
China has so many people, right? So a big crowd. Must
very
be big crowd.
But basically none of them know wrestling.
But not a wrestling crowd.
Yeah, they just walk past. Oh. People fighting. Let's watch.
Yeah.
So a lot of like kind of grandpa level was watching.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, here we go. And Chinese people is kind of different between like Japan and Taiwan.
Okay.
To me, they are more straight, directly do things what they think. So this one time I was backstage. I'm resting in backstage after my match.
Yep.
I was tired, exhausted. I'll sit down there, and somehow there's a Chinese woman. I don't know. how he come in.
Oh, she got in the
Yeah,
backstage.
he got in the backstage.
She just walked in there, yeah.
Walked in there, put on his phone direct to my face like this. And I don't know, maybe she's taking picture.
Okay.
But didn't say anything. Probably think
What?
I'm Japanese. I don't know.
Okay.
Just direct in my face
Just
and
boom.
just straight for like 5 minutes and leave. I was just like, what?
What's going on here? Yeah.
What?
Oh my
I
god.
haven't figured out, but he just
Okay.
gone. So, oh, okay. So
Okay, and you never found out, yeah?
yeah, that's rarely you see in Japan or in
Okay, yeah.
Taiwan. You know.